What if getting rich was easier than you think? Most people are stuck in a broken system, chasing money that loses value every day. The rich, they know a secret, a way to make money work for them, not the other way around. It's not about working harder or cutting back on coffee. It's about thinking differently. You've been told the wrong story about wealth your whole life. Ready to learn the truth? Stick around, because this could change everything. It's no secret that the gap between the rich and poor seems to be growing wider by the day. But here's the kicker. Most people don't even realize why. The wealthy aren't just lucky or born into privilege. Well, not all of them. They've cracked the code on financial education, something schools conveniently skip over. The poor, on the other hand, often get stuck chasing fake money, fiat currency that loses value faster than you can say inflation. Meanwhile, the rich are busy stacking up real money, like gold, silver, and even Bitcoin. It's not magic. It's mindset. A money mindset that sees beyond the paycheck and into the world of assets. Think about it. How often do you hear people say, "I just need to work harder to get ahead"? Sure, hard work matters, but if you're working for fiat money alone, you're running on a treadmill that's speeding up. The rich, they're playing a different game entirely. They understand the scarcity versus abundance mindset. While most people cling to the idea that money is scarce, the wealthy see opportunities everywhere. They know that assets like real estate or even a few silver coins can grow in value, while fiat money shrinks. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. Here's a practical example. Imagine someone earning $50,000 a year. They save diligently, but all their savings are in cash. Now, compare that to someone who earns the same but invests in gold or Bitcoin. Over time, the investor's wealth grows, while the saver's purchasing power dwindles. This is the rich versus poor mindset in action. The poor often believe money is just for spending or saving, while the rich see it as a tool to create more wealth. And that's where the real divide begins, one rooted not in income, but in money beliefs. Ever heard of Gresham's Law? It's a fancy way of saying that bad money drives out good money. But what does that mean for you? Let's rewind to 1965, when governments started replacing silver coins with cheaper copper ones. People weren't stupid, they hoarded the silver and spent the copper. Why? Because silver held its value while copper was just, well, copper. This is how currency devaluation sneaks into your wallet. The money in your pocket today isn't worth what it was yesterday. And the cycle keeps repeating. It's a subtle, almost invisible way of eroding your wealth. Now let's connect the dots. When governments print more money, they're essentially flooding the market with bad money. It's like watering down a good drink. It looks the same, but it's nowhere near as strong. This is why your paycheck doesn't stretch as far as it used to. The rich, they know this game all too well. They don't hold onto fiat money for long. Instead, they park their wealth in assets that can't be devalued: gold, silver, Bitcoin. It's not just about protecting their money. It's about staying ahead of the curve. Here's a real-world example. Imagine you had $1,000 in cash in 1970. If you kept it under your mattress, it would barely buy you a fraction of what it could back then. But if you'd invested that same $1,000 in gold, you'd be sitting on tens of thousands today. This is why understanding financial psychology is crucial. The poor often cling to cash, thinking it's safe, while the wealthy see the bigger picture. They know that to reprogram your mind for wealth, you have to stop trusting fiat money and start thinking in terms of real value. If there's one thing the wealthy swear by, it's this: invest in real assets. Forget the paycheck-to-paycheck grind or stashing cash in a savings account that barely keeps up with inflation. Real assets like gold, silver, Bitcoin, and real estate are the secret sauce to building lasting wealth. Why? Because they hold their value even when the economy takes a nosedive. The rich know that fiat money is like sand slipping through your fingers. But real assets? They're the bedrock of a asterisk wealth mindset. Take real estate, for example. It's not just about owning a house. It's about owning an income-generating asset. Think rental properties or commercial spaces. These aren't just investments, they're wealth machines. And then there's Bitcoin, the digital gold of our time. While some people still see it as risky, the wealthy see it as a hedge against inflation and a way to diversify. It's all about shifting from a scarcity mindset, where you fear losing money, to an abundance mindset, where you see opportunities to grow it. Here's a practical takeaway. Start small. You don't need millions to invest in real assets. Maybe it's a few silver coins, a fractional share of Bitcoin, or even a small plot of land. The key is to get started. The poor often hesitate, held back by subconscious money blocks that whisper, "It's too risky." But the rich, they take calculated risks, knowing that every dollar invested in real assets is a step closer to financial freedom. And once you start seeing your money work for you, there's no going back. Financial education isn't just important. It's the foundation of everything. Yet, schools somehow skip over it, leaving most people clueless about how money really works. The wealthy, they don't wait for someone to teach them. They take matters into their own hands. They understand the difference between assets and liabilities, between working for money and making money work for them. It's this money mindset that sets them apart. And here's the thing, anyone can learn it. It's not about being born rich. It's about being willing to learn. Take the speaker's story, for example. As a teenager, he started collecting silver coins. Not because he was rich, but because he understood their value. While his friends were spending their allowances on the latest gadgets, he was quietly building a stash of real money. That early lesson in money beliefs shaped his entire financial journey. It's proof that you don't need a fancy degree to understand wealth. You just need curiosity and the willingness to act. Books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad or The Millionaire Next Door are great starting points for anyone looking to rewire their financial freedom mindset. But here's the catch. Most people don't even realize they're stuck in a rich versus poor mindset. They think working harder is the answer, but without financial education, they're just spinning their wheels. The rich know better. They invest in their knowledge, learning about things like real estate, stocks, and even tax strategies. It's not just about making money, it's about keeping it and growing it. And once you start seeing the world through this lens, you'll never look at money the same way again. Money printing might sound like a harmless solution to economic problems, but it's anything but. When governments print money excessively, they're essentially stealing from the poor to benefit the rich. How? By devaluing the currency. The more money in circulation, the less it's worth. And who gets hurt the most? The people who rely on fiat money and credit. Meanwhile, the wealthy who own assets like real estate, stocks, and gold watch their wealth grow. It's a harsh reality, but one that highlights the importance of a financial freedom mindset. Think about it. Every time new money is printed, the purchasing power of your paycheck shrinks. That $100 you earned last year doesn't buy as much today. The rich, they're not worried. They've already shifted their wealth into assets that can't be inflated away. This is why understanding scarcity versus abundance mindset is so critical. The poor often see money as something to hold on to, while the rich see it as a tool to create more wealth. It's not about how much you earn. It's about where you put it. Here's a practical example. During the 2020 pandemic, governments around the world printed trillions of dollars to stimulate the economy. While this helped in the short term, it also caused massive inflation. Those who owned assets like Bitcoin or real estate saw their wealth skyrocket, while those with savings and cash lost purchasing power. This is why the rich focus on reprogramming their mind for wealth. They understand that fiat money is a sinking ship, and the only way to stay afloat is to invest in assets that hold their value over time. Now that you've uncovered the secrets the rich live by, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you keep living the same way, stuck in the same patterns? Or will you take the first step to reprogram your mind for wealth? Remember, it's not about how much you earn, it's about how you think about money and where you put it. The money mindset isn't just for the wealthy. It's for anyone willing to break free from subconscious money blocks and embrace a financial freedom mindset. So here's your challenge. Start small. Maybe it's reading a book like Rich Dad, Poor Dad or buying your first silver coin. Maybe it's rethinking how you spend and save, or even just questioning your money beliefs. Whatever it is, take action today. The gap between the rich and poor isn't just about money, it's about knowledge and habits. And now you have the tools to start closing that gap. If this video inspired you, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another lesson on building wealth. Share this content with your family and friends, because the more people who understand these principles, the more lives we can change together. Let's keep this conversation going. Your journey to financial freedom starts now. Are you ready to take the leap?